It's Disney Dan here. Welcome back into the channel and welcome to episode 67. Gosh, that's crazy. I'm going to be nearing 100 soon. 67 of Disney Fiasco. Saturday night, my favorite day of the week. What a amazing week we've had. So crazy. But welcome everybody to episode 67 of Disney Fiasco. I'm here with my buddy Steve from Steve's World, Power Channel friend. How are you doing, bud?
I'm doing awesome, man. It's always a great day when you get to be on Fiasco. So that's awesome. Thanks for having me.
No worries at all, my friend. It's going to be such a fun evening. We are going to be just talking about our Disney park traditions / things that we have to do. That's why I called it Disney traditions and OCD, because it's things that we have to do. Welcome in Samantha Lowe from Cape May Cafe. I'm super jealous. Mike Wheeler, welcome into the stream. Can't really chat, but I'll be listening. Hey, Mike, no problem, my friend. Great to see you too, buddy. John B. Hazelton, great to see you too. Timothy Rainwaters is going to be in Chef Mickey's really soon, so good to see you. Christian Hickman, Lorena Zapata, Alex Brunner, so good to see everybody. Wow. Welcome, everybody. Disney Fiasco, episode 67. This is gonna be really fun. Maybe we'll have another special guest a little bit later on. He'll be jumping in hopefully soon. But welcome in everybody. Adamsland, welcome into the stream. And I believe tomorrow we might be doing a pub talk, so it's going to be fun as pub talk is coming back. So make sure you check out RobFuz's channel. Also, partner channel friend RobFuz is going to be live hopefully tomorrow. It might be on Adam's channel as well. So I'll tell you all the details a little bit later, but pub talk will probably be tomorrow. Rachel Susag, welcome to the stream. Dan, I did my 5K today. Congratulations. I got done in 1 hour and 14 minutes. That's incredible, Rachel. Congratulations. I couldn't do 5K. I could not do 5K at all. RD VPV, welcome into the stream as well. So good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by as well to the channel. We are going to be talking about our Disney park traditions and the things that we have to do when we're at Disney. And it's crazy. Look, we've both just come back from Disney. I'm sure there were things that, Steve, you had to do. There are things that you had to do this trip that, above all else, you just had to do, whether that was seeing people or doing certain rides or attractions or food or whatever. Those were the key things that you had to do. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Someone else is going to join us a little bit later, but let's kick things off with a bang. Keystone76, welcome into the stream. So good to see you guys. Wow, everybody's here tonight. Welcome into the stream. Make sure you hit that like button, share out the stream, and hit that subscribe button. We are so close to 1,600 subscribers. So close. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't done already. So, Steve, what is, like, when you go to Disney on if you go once a year, twice a year, 3 times a year, whenever, how often you go, what is one of the traditions that you kind of just have to do?
Well, I'm getting ready to switch up the way I go to Disney, and I'm going to start taking a lot more smaller trips. So some of my traditions might change, but one that will not change is opening night. When I first get there, every single trip, the first thing I do is I go to Walmart. And everybody, I think, might know that by now, but every single trip, my first objective on that night that I get there, no matter what time I get there, I go to Walmart to stock up for the week, whether it be my water, my Pop-Tarts, my toaster, all the good stuff that I need to get me through the rest of the week or the number of days I'm going to be there. My first thing I do that's just religiously is go to Walmart.
John's welcome in the stream from Cape May Cafe. Super jealous, but welcome in, buddy. And John P. Hazelton is a bit surprised with a toaster.
Yes, the toaster is an essential part of it.
Why the toaster?
So the toaster you can get, I don't like walking all the way back and forth every time I need something from there. And what I normally do is I get bagels and I get a tub of butter and I get Pop-Tarts for my room. Because when you're on the Disney dining plan, you get 2 meals, but it doesn't usually cover breakfast. Unless you're going to do a special breakfast like at Boma's or something like that. I just eat Pop-Tarts and bagels to get me through the morning. And there's nothing better than go. It used to be $5.88, then they raised it to like $8, and this time I think we went. It might have been like nine something when I just went this past time. But you just get that, you take it to the room, use it all week, and then I kind of toss it because it's $9.
Yeah.
I got more than $9 worth of use out of it, and saved more than that than if I was to eat breakfast at Disney every day. So
yeah, I think
that's why I eat.
It makes sense though, doesn't it? Miguel from Mr. Gonzo PL, what's up, buddy? So good to see you. Great channel right there. Zippity Doodad here. Welcome in, Patrick. So good to see you too as well. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Noah, welcome in, Noah. And yes, I remember Steve mentioning his toaster thing now. Especially, I think you did a stream when you got there this trip, talking about like your everything. Like, I don't know. I remember you doing a stream while I was somewhere.
Well, that was a weird night. We were it was a weird stream. We were doing one of our Disney streams, and I had to go to Walmart, and they wanted to see me get a toaster for some reason, and then that evolved into many more things, unfortunately. But it was a good time for sure.
Oh, great. Well, the thing is, like, I do genuinely feel like Walmart is the place to go before you like start your Disney trip. Yeah. Now, for me, coming from the UK, it's a little bit difficult because getting to somewhere like Walmart is a little bit tricky unless you go like Uber or you use Uber.
That's what I do.
Right. Because all we want to do is just get everything started. We're on the Disney dining plan, and we just want to start eating as much Disney food as possible. But when you go to Walmart, because I used to go to Walmart all the time when I lived at Disney, lived while I was a cast member, I always bought, I remember buying a toaster like you did, and I remember just buying lots and lots of ramen. I just bought loads and loads and loads of ramen because we would get home at like 3 a.m. after our long shift.
Yep.
Just cook up some ramen because I literally lived off ramen. Pam's fan, welcome into the stream. So good to see you too. I guess there's a kettle in there, so I just like, I just fill up my ramen. There you go. It's a nice solid meal, not too heavy.
Yeah.
Keep me going. It's all right, isn't it?
And it's very inexpensive, so it helps with pricing.
Honestly, like I just remember walking around with my shopping cart, and I just tipped like you know how like those kind of things come in like boxes, and then the individual packets.
Yep.
I literally just take the box and just put it. So yeah, it's great. Dougie, welcome into the stream, my friend. So good to see you. And Kelly from the Mickey Bunch, so good to see you too. Kelly did an awesome stream the other day with her sipping on Disney tea stream, I think it's called. That was a lot of fun. I joined in a little bit watching the stream. It was fun. So, and also here we go, Dan Rent. If anybody knows me, make sure you buy bottled water from Walmart. Do not buy bottled water at Disney because you're just going to waste a lot of money. You could buy 12 bottles of water for the same price as one in like the parks.
You can get a 24 bottles of water for less than $4 at Walmart. So, and
a not so smart water, because I call it not so smart.
Yeah,
smart water is like $5.50.
Yep. So yeah, you'd be. I agree with Dan. Don't buy your water at Walmart or at Disney.
Don't buy your water. No, do buy your water.
Yes.
Don't buy it at Disney, because you could literally just put it in the fridge and then just fill it up, or just get like a filtered water bottle.
Yep.
And you can fill that up in the parks as well. So there you go. Exactly. So that's a great choice. I didn't even think of like going outside of Disney as my first one. Dougie goes, water. What's that? No, you mean water.
Water.
Water. Jonathan Chong goes, lol, what brand? Because the smart water, but it's not very smart because it's the same water as you get in other bottles. So I call it not so smart water. So that's exactly. I know some people are going to be like, oh no, smart water is a lot healthier, blah blah blah, whatever. Donna Jaworski with here we go for the first time today. Donna Jaworski with the $9.99 super chats. Hi everyone, just popping in to say hi from Cape May Cafe. Super jealous. Thinking of you while feasting, Dan and Steve. Love and miss you so much. Dana, thank you so much. You are the best, and I miss you so dearly. I hope you are having a wonderful evening. So thank you so much, Dana. Thanks everybody in the chat. Tell Dana, thank you, and you are the best. So, my first one, I think when I messaged you, I was just like, right, I know you're a planner. I know you plan things, and I'm exactly like that. And this is what I do. Whenever I try and think of my Disney trip, I have to do Disney in a certain way, because if I don't do it in a certain way, I get really I go crazy. Like, and you guys have seen me crazy, but like I get like really like, what is going on? So my first day is always in Magic Kingdom. No matter what, my first full day is in Magic Kingdom. So even if we arrive in the afternoon and we can't go to another park, we have to go to Magic Kingdom for the first full day. We don't go anywhere, because like that's the first thing you should see. You should see the castle. It's the first thing. Not Spaceship Earth, not the Chinese theater, not the Tree of Life. It has to be Cinderella Castle. And I always have to say, right, the first day I can't step into another park before I go to Magic Kingdom. So that's always on my first day. My second last day, I have to go to Disney's Hollywood Studios, because I feel like Fantasmic is the thing I have to do in the evening to set up my last day of my trip. And then my last day of my trip, obviously, is Magic Kingdom. So I have to do Magic Kingdom as my first day, Hollywood Studios as my second last day, and then Magic Kingdom for my last day, and then everything else in between. But I have to have more Magic Kingdom days than every other park days. I just have to. I don't know why. I just have to.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have to go to a certain park, and I do love that if everything worked out perfectly, that would be the perfect scenario. My fear is always that Fantasmic is going to get canceled on that last day that I'm there, so I always try to catch it earlier in the week. Yeah. If I'm, I don't want that. I don't want to miss Fantasmic, so I always try to at least get it in earlier. I can try for it at the end too, but I'm always worried that it's going to get rained out. So, and Magic Kingdom, believe it or not, is not my favorite park. So, for me, it's Animal Kingdom.
TTA in it.
Yeah, and the Carousel of Progress, but yeah, mine's more centered around Animal Kingdom than it is Magic Kingdom. So.
I've realized this trip that I just had, I've fallen in love with Animal Kingdom. Like I always thought Animal Kingdom was like my third favorite park, because obviously Magic Kingdom is number one, but I always put it like behind Hollywood Studios or even Epcot. And this is now my second favorite park. It's just, there is nothing at Animal Kingdom that is bad, in my opinion.
Yep.
There's nothing bad about Animal Kingdom. I know Dougie, who's here, is probably
he despises Animal Kingdom.
Where is it? He said, "I used to think you were cool, Steve. You let me down, Animal Kingdom, indeed."
Yep. Dougie is not a fan. Now we did do a stream a while back with Dougie and I where we talked about our favorite 3 things in each park that weren't rides.
Yeah,
he struggled to come up with 3, but he did find 3 things in Animal Kingdom, I think that he sort of didn't hate the most. So
Animal Kingdom is my favorite part too, says Rob. And Miguel says Hollywood Studios, then Magic Kingdom, then Epcot, then Animal Kingdom. The thing is with like Animal Kingdom, there's so much variety of what you can do. So if you're a big show person, you can go and see like 2 shows or even 3 shows if you count things like It's Tough to Be a Bug. You got incredible rides like Flight of Passage. I'm saying Navi River Journey is a brilliant piece of Imagineering. Dinosaur is amazing. Expedition Everest is great. And Kilimanjaro Safari is fantastic. If you want to get soaked on a water ride, they've got Cali River Rapids. If you just love animals, they have the Jungle Trek. They have the Maharan. They have the Pagani Forest Trek. You go see like so many different animals. Like this park is so well-rounded that there's really nothing that you can go wrong with. Speaking about nothing that can go wrong with,
what's up, buddy?
It's like the hitchhiking ghost. Instead of doing this, it's just
hello. Can you guys hear me?
I think you're insulting Dan right now.
I'm from England too.
But you know what I like? I could just do this and cover his face.
Ah! That's so true.
Dougie sees that Everest is good, but could demolish the rest of it. Leave Scrooge McDuck meet and greet. Welcome.
I can't believe I just get here and you just block me out like that. It's just so insulting.
Yeah, well, I was more insulted about you doing my British accent.
I can do it really, really good.
Okay, here's your chance, but don't forget, I could literally remove you from the stream.
How quickly I go.
Go on then, I want to hear it. I won't block you, I promise.
So, what exactly tonight are we talking about?
It's way better than that. You got to do better than that.
All right, but I'm trying to be serious here. What?
Okay, that's a little bit better.
Can you tell me exactly what we're talking about on the stream here?
That sounded more Australian.
Can you put a shrimp on the bobby?
His English goes to Australian very quickly.
God, when you do the UK pavilion in just now, I'm just gonna be cringing the whole time.
Oh my goodness, I would be too.
We're going
to be attempting to speak in a British accent for the entire stream. It's going to be bad.
Oh, jeez.
It'll be just fine, actually.
I feel like you're going from like you think you're talking in a British accent, but I'm just sounding like this, and it's just like a mixture between Australia and America.
Yeah.
Yes,
British.
Hold on 1 sec. I gotta check something real quick. Stand by.
Oh god, this is only a bad thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it usually is. When this happens, he comes back something completely different. He's probably going to get his little hat that he made that he thinks is a man's hat, but it's not. But it's pretty funny. So I hope he does grab it.
Oh gosh. Well, where were we? Animal Kingdom.
Yes. It's easy to lose track of what you're doing when he comes into a stream.
Oh, God, this is not turning into I'm not saying that this and that. I'm just saying this is a fiasco stream. You've got to remember, fiasco stream. So welcome in Avery. Welcome in Amy as well. Adam, I love you, but to me, he sounded like a northerner, says Mike Wheeler. Yeah. Guess who's here? Meg is here. Hey, Meg, how are you doing? Hope you're feeling a little better, but it's so good to see you in the stream. So stay healthy, and I hope you're doing okay. I completely lost the trail of thought. Animal Kingdom. So which, as we're staying on parks, what was your favorite park of this trip that you did?
It was still Animal Kingdom, but one of the highlights of my entire trip was getting to ride Flight of Passage with Shep for his first time, and it was quite the experience because we got on it, got seated all the way, went through both the two pre-shows, got in the link, got linked up, and then nothing happened. We sat there for a while.
Yeah.
And we sat there and we sat there and we sat there. And finally, after about 10 minutes or so, they removed us and took us back out into the queue line where you come down the ramps. And then we had to go through both pre-shows again, do the whole process again. But that whole thing aside was completely worth it to see the look on his face.
Yeah. When
we got to ride that for the first time. And that's hands down my favorite ride. Hands down, my favorite park. It was just I went there 3 or 4 times this trip. So
sorry about that.
For sure. Dougie was saying the length of time Shep is taking is making me nervous. What's going to happen?
So for those who don't know, I have the babies tonight by myself. So I got them into bed, and I actually have 2 monitors I'm looking at, and they're still kind of moving around in there. So they're not crying though, so we're good.
So
they're still moving.
When I ask you a question and it completely goes over your head, I think we'll know the reason why.
Pretty much, yeah. If I'm like this,
Brandon with the 199 super chat. He says, Dan, check chat urgent. I am checking the chat. Everyone is here having hopefully a good time. But I can't check any other chats at the moment as I am doing a live stream. But thank you so much for the 199 super chat. I really do appreciate it. Welcome in, Michael Riley. So good to see you too. As we're on the Flight of Passage talk,
Oh,
Shep,
yes,
you got
yes.
to ride Flight of Passage for the first time this trip. Come on, give me the lowdown.
And I can't believe it took me this long because that's just flat out outrageous.
I'm glad it did.
Yeah, and I've literally been. Well, in 2017 we had a fast pass, and my daughter was she was only like 1.5 at the time, so we still had like to stick to a strict schedule, and I missed the fast pass for it, and I was bummed, and I missed it. And then when we went in June with the family, that was just kind of this big craziness. So of course my first time was with Steve, and it was amazing. Mine was blown.
Yeah.
I think what actually made it better was when we got on the ride and we got like snuggled in, you got stuff pressed up against you and you're all like tucked in there.
And you get the tingles.
And the countdown starts happening. And then the countdown stopped. And we're sitting there. And I'm like, this is an interesting ride, Steve. That we're not doing anything. And then the door proceeds to open behind us, and a cast member comes out. She's like, "I'm really sorry, guys. The ride is currently down right now." And I'm just sitting there like,
It's great first impression.
awesome. Yeah, I was like, awesome.
And let's be clear about something too, which I kind of told this story a little bit, not as well as you're telling it, but we were in such a tight schedule because we changed our schedule. We were trying to do as much with as many people as possible. So when we had all of our plans to start with, we had all of our plans just between me and him. Then we added Dave. We tried to add Zip as many as possible. And so, but it was only me and him that could go on this one. So we were trying to rush through everything when it was solo to get back to the group of people. And when we got in there and he was getting frustrated, I think. He was like, I can't believe we're waiting for this. And I just kept going, man, just hang in there. It's well worth it. I promise you.
And so I just got to throw this little tidbit in there that has probably been overlooked. This was the morning after the epic Jelly Roll night.
Yes.
Oh, I've heard.
So,
yeah.
So to paint a picture, and I'm not going to go into detail, but to paint a small picture, all I have to do is say Jelly Rolls. And that, I think, in itself speaks for itself.
Which closes at 2 a.m., and we were there
like
after
3.
they closed. So and then our fast pass was like at 9 something in the morning.
Yeah. Jeez.
Look at this.
Could you?
I don't know if you can see it. Look at the kid. He's still roaming around.
Wait, hold on. Let me. Boom.
Not that one.
Look at him. Yeah, look at him still moving around there. Look at that little turd burglar.
Don't make that a hashtag turd burglar. Don't do that.
No.
Yeah, don't do that. You'll get people you'll get the police at your door. Don't do that.
I think the other one's just about asleep.
Cam's Corner of Pixar fan and Disney family, welcome in the Lynn Project. So good to see you, Dougie.
Lynn, what's up?
Much for joining us. Thank you, Lynn. Really appreciate it. So Flight of Passage was okay. Right, you've done Smuggler's Run and Flight of Passage now.
Mm-hmm.
Which do you prefer, or do you not? Do you not like just the two completely different things for you? Because for me, Passage is still top dog right there.
Yeah, I think I love Smuggler's Run, but I mean, both times I did it. The first time I ever did it, I was the pilot. So you're kind of sitting there like you don't know what to do. You're pressing buttons. Your arms are going crazy because you're flipping switches. You're doing all kinds of stuff, and like you don't really pay attention to the screen so much.
Yeah.
So before you know it. And then, of course, I was with Corey, and Corey's yelling at me the whole time. So picture because we're both pilots out in California, and he's yelling at me, go up, go down, go up, go down, hit the button, hit the switch. And I'm like, Corey, okay.
Don't yell at me.
I know, I'm so scared right now. What do I do? Well, it was the best. And, but like you just, the whole ride goes by and you're like, what just happened? And then when we all did the epic D&T ride with with all of us and Josh, practically perfect park hopping, and Corey. I was the gunner.
Right.
And so it was a little, I mean, I could see a little bit more, but of course I vlogged the whole thing. So I'm sitting there, I got one arm out here holding the camera, this one hitting the button, and I'm like, like trying to do a million things. So it was still like, I didn't actually get to sit and experience it 100%, but
it's almost like I know people like saying like maybe the engineer is the worst position, but you know what? I've done the engineer twice, and like you could at least see everything.
Yeah.
And glance and see what you need to press, and then look back, and you're actually like still participating with. So you get to do the harpoon thing and shoot the thing at the transport thingy. As a Star Wars fan, I don't really know what I'm talking about, but yeah.
But no, I think you're right though. I think like at least it's a little bit slower pace, and you can actually enjoy a little bit more because you're doing a little bit less than the other guys. But I don't know. I think I got to do it about, I don't know, 14 or 15 more times to really get a good feel for it.
Yeah.
And then I got to do Flight of Passage maybe like 30 or 40 more times. Just and this is just strictly for scientific research.
Yeah.
Not that I want to do it that many times for any other reason, but I feel like you get a better perspective of what needs to be
well, that's what
expected
about going to these Disney restaurants. I'm only going there for research. I'm not there to enjoy the food. I'm just tasting and being a food critic for the greater good. Just
100%. I get that 100%. Yeah, food is just like the byproduct of what you're actually there for. So no, I get it.
Everyone needs it. So that's what you do. You live through it and eat whatever you want. So we're talking about Disney traditions and Disney like things that you just have to do every single trip.
Yeah, I was watching the first half while I was putting the babies to bed.
Right. So we talked about firstly go to Walmart.
Yes, in the toaster.
And that's a new thing for all of us too now. It's not just me anymore.
Really? What, going to Walmart or getting the toaster?
Going to Walmart.
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna say because you're probably the only one that gets the toaster, but
but if we all stay in the same room, that'll benefit everybody.
It's true because we do need our Pop-Tarts.
Yes.
I've never had a Pop-Tart.
What? Oh, Dan, I'm gonna mail. Oh, Dan, I gotta mail you something anyway. So
we're
gonna
mail you a box of Pop-Tarts.
Brown sugar cinnamon.
As if you can't go buy them in the store.
I'm just gonna say, I've never had this, never had that. I'm just expecting like this big.
I've never had a Ferrari.
I've never had a pizza before. I'll ship it. I've
never had VIP tickets to behind the magic door of Magic Kingdom. Just putting it out there.
I've never stayed at the Star Wars hotel yet.
Oh yeah, no, I heard about that. You probably won't get in there till like 2033 or something. So I mean, who knows? And then we also talked about my OCD on day order, and I have to do a particular park on a particular day, and I would never divert myself away from that. Meg goes, I've never been to Disney before.
Yeah.
You should go.
I heard it's. I mean, I've never been either, but I heard it's decent. I heard it's a decent place. It's not bad. It's not bad.
It's got decent food. So I mean, what more can you do? So I want to know from you, Shep, what is one of the things that you just have to do every single trip? Like if you don't do it, you'll get really fidgety and agitated.
I always have to start and end at Magic Kingdom.
It's not just me.
So I have to, like, the very first thing I do, whether if we get in late and we're not hitting the park, we're hitting Magic Kingdom like day one.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want to see is the castle as I walk out the gate, and then that I don't want to see anything else. I just want to get in the plane and go home.
Are you a crier?
Am I a crier?
Yeah. Yeah.
Possibly.
Depends on the day.
No.
I'm always a crier, so you're not alone. You'll cry on each other, just like, no, I want to go back.
Be hugging. No.
That or them trying to throw me out of the park and like it's like 3 a.m. The cast members want to go home. You need to leave right now.
Like, but they haven't done the good night kiss yet.
They've only done it for 10 times
I
already.
did it 3 hours ago. I didn't see it. Do it again.
See, I'm with you. It has to be from the start and the end of the trip, because if you don't, like, it's like it feels like a hole in my heart. Like I feel empty. I feel like there's no sense of satisfaction. It's like
Yeah.
going to a movie and then not having like a good ending.
Yeah, and that was like in August when we just went. We opened up by going to the Halloween party, which was perfect.
Yep.
And and it was even better because everyone was there.
Yeah.
Almost everyone. Yeah, you weren't there.
Yeah. We had like 26 people, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, it was crazy. But then because we all had to cancel our trip early, my expectation was I was going to at least go just take the trip to Magic Kingdom and just kind of wave at the castle on my way out. And even if it's for 5 minutes walking in, seeing it and walking out, that's but we didn't get to do that. It was just
darn you, Dorian.
Yeah, I'm still like in this depression because I didn't get to do that. It's crazy. Like the Disney blues are bad, but the Disney blues are bad when you don't get to do the
wave goodbye.
Yeah, that one big ticket item that you that you really, really want to do, and that's seeing it day one and saying bye at the end of the day, and it was tough.
Yeah. Speaking of crying, Dean cried when he watched Predator. Very, very touching, really. Predator.
I agree.
Predator is an emotional movie. Trust me.
It's emotional and graphic.
You one ugly mother.
Yeah.
Jonathan Chung says People Mover is a must, which I think Steve will agree with.
Yep. And actually, and here's the thing. I still haven't talked about Steve about this because Steve is the biggest anti-TTA person.
Not so much anymore, but
you were going into it, and then we only got to ride it once, but you got to ride it, with all of us. Has your opinion slightly changed in any way?
It has only changed in the fact that I'm willing to give it another shot next time we go, because I still don't know. It was just everything was so rushed, and look. We had such a good time, and we crammed so much into that, but I can't say I was able to sit and relax and watch everything and experience everything, because we had to go from here to here to here to here. And honestly, we didn't ride that many rides. I mean, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
We missed so many fast passes. We didn't get on it hardly any. I mean, we had so much else that took precedence that we couldn't do that. So I honestly can't say my opinion's changed or not changed, but I'm looking forward to going when we don't have anything to do. We sit in there together and we relax and we ride it and say, okay, this is what it's all about. So,
but here's the thing with the Disney vacation, like it is very much like you plan to do all these things, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. And even like take myself, like I was there, I was fortunately able to go for 2 weeks. And I still didn't get to do it. I didn't get to watch Happily Ever After in full this trip. That broke my heart. Like, because I love that show.
Yep.
Because I'm not even kidding you. Every single time I went to Magic Kingdom, even when I was at a different park that day, and we were like, right, let's go to Magic Kingdom to watch Happily Ever After, it rained. Every single time.
Wow.
You want to hear something that's really going to blow your mind? As big of a Disney nerd as I am, and as much as I go, I have never seen Happily Ever After live.
You didn't see that? There goes Steve.
I didn't say it was by choice. Every time I go, like you, it either gets rained out or...
Look at that. Sorry, I just got out like a light.
We'll do
nice.
The bam.
You can see his head. He's just chilling. He's done. He's out. And this is Cash, and my phone has got.
This is Cash. Well, like Johnny Cash.
And this one's Delaney, and she's out too. So
nice.
Sorry, just a quick update for
Mission
anyone
accomplished.
who actually cares. Yeah.
So yeah, I've never caught it in full. I've caught bits and pieces of the show, but I've never caught the show full.
Even Mike is shocked. Look.
Yeah, I'm shocked with you. I'm shocked. As much as I go, I'm not shocked. But I've seen it probably 50 times through YouTube and bits and pieces and live, and it's fantastic. But I've never seen it live.
It's not the same.
I know. I'm aware.
I'm just like, because you know what? I saw the the new Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween fireworks.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I'm probably gonna be in the minority. I did not like it. I could
Ooh.
generally be honest. I was not a fan. I preferred Hallow Wishes because it told, for me, like it was more involving the villains. It's the villains' night. It's Halloween night, whereas this involved more of, Mickey and the gang and that kind of stuff, which is fine. Like I understand that, but I felt like the new Halloween fireworks was a lot like Once Upon a Time, the show after Happily Ever After. That's just I believe, Steve, you're a big fan of the new show.
So I am a huge fan of the fireworks. I am in with you in that I did not like the story, and mostly because I'm not a huge fan of Nightmare Before Christmas. If you can kick me out again if you want to, but I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Nightmare Before Christmas at all. I don't like Tim Burton. I mean, I like it a little bit because it's Disney, but they've completely themed this towards Jack Skellington as the narrator, and so fireworks I thought were incredible. Story not so good.
But he wasn't even narrating. He was there at the beginning, and then he was there at the end. He didn't really narrate it that much.
Yeah, well, whatever it was, I don't know. I like the story from the previous one better, but they had Zero there and with Mickey and those in the gang. I like the story better. I like the projections better in the old one, but I do like the fireworks themselves much better in this one.
Meg says, "Good thing this is on my stream. I could have put Steve in a timeout."
So the first time, I mean, when we saw that, we were all together.
Yeah.
And actually Dev was streaming it, I think, like in real life streaming it. And Zip, Steve, and Dave were both sitting there like this with their phones or cameras or whatever. And I actually barely even watched the show.
Yeah.
Because I was actually filming them filming the show. Because I'm like, this is great. Right. Yeah. Like, I'm here with like awesome people, and they're just sitting there like.
Yeah, he did.
And I have it on my phone. And maybe,
I will say this about Shep.
Throw up a.
One of the reasons why I didn't experience TTA the way it was like that is because the same exact reason, like he's talking about. I was there more in awe of the people I was with than the experiences that we were going through. So it was more of a camaraderie and a brotherhood type trip than it was, hey, this is this and this is that. So,
but we did get to see it from the top of the world.
This and that, yeah.
Come on, come on! It's your shtick, and you're not playing ball with it. Come on.
It's your show though, so we try to stay away from that.
Meg says, "Okay, I really can't watch the chat though. Messes with my eyes. I have to comment when it needs it." Meg, you do what you need to do, and only time out Steve when you need to. Veronica, welcome into the stream. Veronica says, "I filmed my mum watching Happily Ever After the first time. She made me even happier than the fireworks. That's really nice. Yeah, there's nothing better than like seeing it with friends and seeing it with like loads of people. Like I remember watching most of Happily Ever After, not all of it, with I think it was Walter, Melissa, Abby from Main Street and Mickey, and my friend Sarah, and we were just like going in and out of the Emporium trying to get out of the rain. But it was actually quite fun because like Samantha was there as well, and it was kind of just fun, like having fun with them, even though the rain was obstructing our view of the castle. And like you just see people like drenched in rain, like in water at the end of the show. And we were like, oh, we'll just sit in the Emporium while the rain stops. This has really gone off topic. Reminds me of
we have bad influences sometimes.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am always on topic.
Steve, I don't even believe it's you. I believe it's this man right here.
I make it all a point to stay on topic.
I will say this. I tried to used to be the straight and narrow, keep it together one. Shep has rubbed off on me, and I don't do that anymore. So,
well, I'm going to bring
it. I don't know what you're talking about here. This is like ridiculous.
It's a good thing.
I always stay on topic. I don't,
just like right now.
I'm making a point that topics are very important, and to stick with it is even
Optional.
It's kind of like the pirate code. They're more guidelines.
Anyway, so that kind of defeats your argument, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Right, I'm gonna bring it back. Like, I want to talk about maybe another like random thing that you have to do during a trip. It could be as random as, like, for me, I'm gonna go one straight out there. I have to get Galactic Hero.
Oh,
Wow.
I have to. I feel like an empty shell without getting Galactic Hero on Buzz Lightyear. I will do that ride until I get Galactic Hero. I have to.
that's a good one.
They ran out of places to put my picture on the wall from Galactic Hero, so I don't do it anymore. It's not true.
I've only played it once.
You've only done Buzz Lightyear once.
Done it once, and I did it on stream with Corey.
And how'd you do?
I don't know. I think I got like a 5 something maybe, or 6.
He
I think
beat-
5 points.
He got no. He beat Corey.
I got like a 5.2. Does that make any sense?
You can get decimals.
It said -3.8. I thought that was I thought the negative was good.
Well, that actually reminds me of when I went to test track. I don't remember, Steve, if you were there or not, but I remember building a car, and I managed to get like its efficiency to like -1.
Nice. You guys went one way and I went the other way when we got on there. So
There we go. Wait, let me go. Wait, efficiency -1.
-1. That's crazy. I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't like our car was just. Hold on, let me get. This was our car,
Was it like a giant box?
pretty
Yep.
much.
It was a giant box.
It was like one of the top 5 like compatible like cars of the day or something. I have no idea. Phil Coulson is here from Marvel.
Hey,
What's
My
up,
favorite
Phil
character
Coulson?
from that show.
Yeah,
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
yeah. Well, he died and then he came back to life. So
Yes,
he kind of-
mysteriously with no explanation.
no.
that happens to me all the time. I know exactly where he's coming from with that. It's a normal thing.
It's like what's that movie, Edge of Tomorrow, with Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Keeps dying, comes back to life.
Yep. Different ways every day.
Yeah.
Tries to change the outcome of the whatever.
So that's my random thing I have to do every trip. Anyone else got a random one like that?
I do. I mean, I wrote down like 7 things, but obviously we're only gonna have time for 2.
Go for it.
So, one of the things that I always have to do involves food, and it's always a good thing. I always do the dining plan. I always get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 180 days out to do it ahead of time, and I always have to book either a dinner show or a 2-credit service meal, something special for one night with whoever goes with me. And, this time I had 2 because Shep and I kind of lucked into, we had this extra. Dave didn't want to be part of the dining plan. Shep I invited to stay with me, but then Dave wound up staying with him. Long story. But, so he wanted the dining plan. So I bought the other one off of him. So we had all these extra credits.
Yeah.
And so I booked the Spirit of Aloha show for us to do and Les Cellier.
Yeah.
We missed the Spirit of Aloha show due to shuffling all the stuff around for the hurricane. So he still didn't get to do that one. He's gonna do it next time we go. I'm gonna book it. He didn't have a choice. And then, but we did get to do Les Cellier. So, but that is my kind of quirky thing is I always do one signature dining or show every time I go.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I've done the Spirit of Aloha. That was amazing.
I love that.
Shep?
Yeah, so August didn't quite happen how I typically do, but one of my biggest things I like to do, and that's not in a negative way because we had a blast.
Yeah.
But first, and I do the same thing. I get the dining plan, and I love getting the mugs.
Yes.
So typically, the first thing I do is I get my mug, and then every morning, I like to get up at like 6:30, go down, get a cup of coffee, and sit outside, whatever resort I'm at, and sit outside like in the sitting area, like where the whatever quick service dining area. That's what I like to do in the mornings, and that's kind of my go-to.
So wait, hold on. You get up at 6:30 in the morning on your vacation,
Yeah.
and just sit in the cafeteria with your mug.
So
why would you want to sleep? Why would you want to sleep in when there's so much to do?
and just to be punch absolute unit. Okay.
I think it's Agent Coulson who's the one who came back to life.
Yeah, he's an odd dude. Maybe see you later, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, goodbye.
Anyway, it is odd, but I do, and I don't sit inside the cafeteria because that would just be really creepy. I like to sit outside, just to be clear, because
nice.
that's completely different. There's two different things. You're sitting inside being a weirdo, like Mr. Phil there, or they're sitting outside enjoying a cup of coffee, like me, and it's two different things. So just to be clear, but I do like that. I think it's sitting outside, just having a cup of coffee, knowing you're at Disney, you can hear all the noises and the sounds, and I don't know, people are just starting to, like the cast members are just starting to go out and clean stuff, and I don't know, it's just like a weird feeling that you're like, all right, I'm on vacation, and it's relaxing for me to do that.
It's peaceful for sure.
Yeah, so it's odd, but I like that. I'm no Phil, but I'm
I'm no Phil. So what's your go-to drink to fill your mugs up?
If I'm doing it in the morning like Shep is, I'm doing the hot cocoa with a lot of creamer in it to make it real smooth. If they have the hot chocolate dispenser, and you find the one that comes out the darkest because you want that chocolate, but I fill the whole thing about that much in the bottom of it with creamer, and then I go find it and then push the thing and wait for the chocolate, because it pours out hot water first, and when you're done, it pours out hot water second. So push the button, wait for that to start chocolate, get it in there, and then when you get ready to let go of the button, pull it out before the water starts going back in. Keeps it stronger.
That is smart. Did not think of that. Because so this is probably me being like someone coming over from the UK. I can't drink hot drinks in the US because it's so hot. Like I just sweat, and then if I have something hot, I'm just gonna get like sweaty even more.
That's why I usually have a towel with me in the morning when I have my coffee, because I start sweating, and then I use my towel. No?
See, I just go Powerade or root beer because those are the drinks that we don't tend to have a lot in the UK. Like Powerade, yeah, I think a little bit, but root beer, nope. I love
you. You don't have root beer in the UK? Really?
Like it costs like a lot because it obviously is imported. But like, yeah, Powerade we can get, but root beer, I love root beer, and we just really don't get it. And we get like the really cheap ones if we ever do get it.
So did we just come up with a business?
I mean, I just got a job, but I can quickly leave it and start my own company if you want. Like
we can do this. I'll just buy a bunch of root beer and ship it over there, and then we can sell it.
Sounds good. I think we're in business. There we go,
everybody.
We're going to copyright the Disneyland spelt right, even though spelt is not right. Spelt is not correctly spelt right, because spelt is actually flower, not spelt as SPELLED. Thank you, Steve, for clarifying. And then we can have like spelt right Sheptastic root beer. There we go.
Sheptastic.
There we go. That's how it's done. The only other thing I have that is a bit of an OCD for me is I have to get up at 7:17 in the morning.
That's super particular.
I know.
What?
I there's something about because I don't know. I'm really weird with time because I have to make sure that I get up at 7:17 in the morning, and then I have 13 minutes in the shower, and then I leave at 7. So I get out at 7:30, and then we leave by like 7:45, 7:50. So then I am ready to go and in the parks, but like I'm in the park by 9.
Wow. So
like I have like an alarm set on my phone at 7:17 in the morning. It's really bad. And like you like I'm there all day. Like I'm there from rope drop till like we go to bed. Like I don't go back for a rest. Like that's my day.
We didn't do that in August, in August. So
Let
We
me
didn't
tell you
sleep either,
something.
though.
We were exhausted.
it was
We were so tired. Like, literally, we got home back to the UK because we had to fly to Minnesota from Tampa.
What?
And then, yeah, because obviously Dorian closed down MCO.
Oh.
So Dana, because Dana is the best person in the world, she drove us to Tampa,
Wow, that's awesome.
which is amazing. Like, she is the best person in
It's
the
like
world.
2 hours away, isn't it?
And Donna's awesome.
It was about an hour, actually. It wasn't
Hour?
too bad.
Yeah,
and then-
it's actually not too much further
No, it's
from
not.
from actually Disney. It's not too much further if you go to Tampa versus Orlando Airport.
Yeah.
It's kind of
And
weird.
then-
It's like almost in the middle-ish.
So
Well, it's a little longer, obviously.
It's a little bit of extra time, but after 14 hours of traveling and 15 days on our feet, we were very much exhausted. Kelly from Myers and the Mouse. What's up, pal? Driving, ninja watching. Hey, everybody. So good to see you, pal.
Love it. Kelly, what is up, dude?
What's up, pal?
What's up, Kelly?
So in 10 minutes time, we will be jumping over to Walt from Mouse Talk for Sports Night with Steve as well. This could be a lot of fun. You guys go check out my other partner channel, Mouse Talk, where Steve will be there for Sports Night. Also tomorrow, Pub Talk will be returning. I think it will be on Adam's channel from Adam's Land or Rob's channel. I don't know what topic we're doing, but we are going live at 7 p.m. Eastern, I believe. I don't know, something like that. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Pub Talk tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. Come check us out. We're going to be having different segments, and it's going to be pretty awesome. And then also, I believe, Shep, you're going live later as well.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep.
So you're going live at 9:30? Ish, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
If you haven't died and then come back to life by then.
and that's typically the problem, is because right around the 9:20ish is when all of a sudden just
Wow.
and then I'm in limbo until I just magically come back. So
unlike me, where you get up at 9:17 to get ready for the show.
that is an awesome time, actually.
That's so random.
I know, it's really bizarre.
It's random that it takes you exactly 13 minutes in the shower.
I'm not even kidding you. Like if I like put my hand outside the shower and I check my phone and it's like 7:29, I will spend the extra minute to stay in the shower.
Whoa.
I'm not even kidding you. Like I have something. When I was like a lot younger, I used to have like this OCD where I would at least shower 3 times a day. It was bad. I used to shower when I got up. If I was at school, if I did like some sort of sport, I would shower at school and then I would shower in the evening as well.
I shower at least twice a day because I don't like getting my bed dirty. So I shower when I wake up and when I go to bed.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not too.
I'm pretty similar to that. I shower like once a week. It's close. every other Tuesday.
I done had my bath on Tuesday.
It's usually every other. I try to save on the water thing.
I bet Shep goes all out. He has like his bubble bath with his rubber duck and his battleship and his
squeak.
He's got like he like reenacts like the Titanic, where instead of an iceberg, it's a rubber duck. And he just goes.
I stay in the front of the tub and I'm like, and then I pretend I'm like, no, don't go to the front of the boat. And then I do the whole sinking thing, and yeah, it gets crazy.
Cardboard cutout of Jack.
Yeah, it gets crazy. And I even throw a door in the tub, and I land I have a dummy put on the door, and I stay in the tub, and I'm like, I'll be with you.
How big is your tub?
Oh, it's huge. Yeah,
I
had to accommodate for all this stuff. So I mean, I planned ahead, but then I just sit there and I'm like, I'll stay with you to the, and then I just.
It's not a tub. It's a swimming pool. That's what it is.
I film it the whole time. Every time I film it too, because I try to perfect the next time when I do it. You know, like I want to make sure the next time I do whatever sequence or whatever, you know, I got to make sure it's perfect.
Wow,
that just sounded really weird.
If that doesn't go viral, I don't know what will. That's crazy. Is there any other like very quick fire ones that you do OCD? Like I always try and have a slush puppy once per day, a slushy. We call it a slush puppy here. I always try and have a slushy once a day.
I grew up calling it a slush puppy. 100%.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I always try have one at Disney in one park every day because they're refreshing and they cool me down.
Slush Puppy was actually a brand name here, so I called them Slush Puppies as well. And but I don't do that, but I do. The only other thing I do really outside of that is I have to go get the Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom cards every time I go. So get the free stuff. You got to get the free stuff, man.
Got to get that free stuff.
Yep.
And Shep, have you got one more?
I have to do Pirates. So I have to do Pirates. I mean, at a minimum once, but no less than one time I have to do Pirates. So
I always have to do. Okay, this is probably the same as I always do Pirates as the first ride on my trip.
Yeah, that's my goal is to do Pirates in the first shot because you walk in and you take a left and you just and it's literally right there. So
and it's normally like max a 20-minute wait, which is never really
walk right on. Wait. Yeah, and even the 20 minutes that it takes, it's an awesome 20 minutes.
It's a long ride as well. So
but even the queue is mint because it's like just there's stuff to look at. You know, you feel like you're kind of in that whole piratey tunnel type thingy, and I love it. It's a go-to.
I totally agree. And RobFuz says I do the trifecta: Dole Whip, popcorn, and Mickey bar. See, that's why we're friends, buddy. Awesome. So let's start wrapping up. Let's start doing plugs. Again, Pub Talk tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on Adam's channel or on RobFuz's channel. Sports Night straight after this, where Steve and Walt will be talking about gender-neutral sports or something like that.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about in high school sports where touchy subject where females can play on the males team, but males can't play on the females team type thing. So, and whether that should be allowed either way. So,
I'm always on the team that picks last. So,
I'd pick you first, Dan.
Don't need to give me sympathy.
It wouldn't be sympathy. I wouldn't like when we get together. It's not about winning. It's about having fun, and you're a good guy.
You're too kind. Pub Talk is on Adam's channel tomorrow, just an FYI. And Shep, you're going to be going live at 9:37.5 this evening. So please make sure you check out Shep's channel for a probably really on-topic live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm still working on the topic.
Don't worry, you've only got an hour and 30 minutes to
we'll get to that.
You've got it. You got it. Thank you so much, everybody who turned up today. Thank you so much to all my moderators. I love you all. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who showed up today, and I hope you had an amazing weekend. And again, we have half of the Dis and That crew here today, so thank you so much. Dis and That every Wednesday at 9:30 as well. Thank you so much, guys, of course, as normal. For all your links and helping out in the chat. So thank you, moderators. You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at DisneyDan. And a new vlog hopefully will be up on Wednesday, which will be our first Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. And that will be with Nick from Magical News Live, Samantha, and Jen from Earsome Emporium. So that will be an awesome vlog coming out this weekend. And stuff coming out for you guys, Steve?
1,000 subscriber giveaway at some point in time. Sometime
you're gonna be doing your 2,000 subscribers.
Well, I'm waiting. I'm kind of waiting till I hit 1,500, which I'm like, I don't know, 10 away or something like that, 11 away. So I can do it all at one time.
Yeah, exactly.
Outside that, nothing. Just in that.
1,000. Yep, just in that, and 1,000 subscriber giveaway for Steve, and then Shep.
Just want to say thank you for having me on here, man. We've had a few times here and there that just never worked out, and I'm
well, thank you.
It's been a big highlight to get on here, and I'm super excited, and thank you so much. So
you're definitely up there with the ones who make me laugh too much. I'm gonna
Again,
have
I
to
don't know
wrap,
what you're talking about.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
wrap this up because we are so close to Walt going live. Guys, thank you so much. Also, check out my partner channels, Mickey's Magic, Corey Fiasco, RobFuz, and Mouse Talk. Thank you so much. And thank you so much again. And I'll see you guys all next week for 68 of Disney Fiasco. Thanks so much, guys. I will see you all soon. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
See y'all.
End broadcast.